What is going on, Roland Empire? Here, guys, to give you a video. The Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 5 now we have, thanks to Disney Plus and just Marvel Studios. And man, what a way that episode 4 ended with John Walker, just, with that one person of those flag smashers taking a avenge or revenge from his friend Battlestar Lamar. So now we have episode 5 to worry about that. I'm like, how are we gonna pick up from this? Where are we gonna be going for all this stuff? You guys know how this goes. Spoilers. When I say reaction and reviews, it's basically me spoiling what I saw and just kind of how I feel about it. So with this one now, it's just John Walker. He basically not that far from where the incident happened runs off to catch a breather. Makes sense. How do you think you're fine after doing that if you still have some morality, whatever, some morality for the crimes you have done? And within that, a few seconds after, we get Buck and Falcon finally being like, stop, turn yourself in, stuff like that, give the shield and all. He doesn't want to, shows that, what kind of effects John Walker has done now. And, Falcon and Sam have a little face out with him, which this is really good. Again, shades of Civil War with this Falcon and the Winter Soldier interaction of action. You can hear a bit of the themes. You can hear you can see a bit of the movements too. It really paralleled, rhymed. It just resembled it, and it was intense. Some of the intense, more gritty kind of action that has been in a Marvel Studios picture in a while. So I liked it. I felt the intensity. And you can just feel, especially with then how even the two main good heroes, they're sort of stake in this. And one, just man, Bucky just sells it. He's the one that kind of prevents it. Makes sense, he's trying to defend his friend's honor. You can feel like he has a very personal stake with this. Just good job with just Bucky, just Sebastian Stan giving a good performances as he is. Like I've said already, I like all these characters. Falcon is really good. Falcon is so entertaining. He's fun to watch, especially for the actor. But Sebastian Stan is just giving a good performance, a really good performance. I'm like, now we can see him play that character that everybody wants, that character that says cast him, because he's proved it with this character that he's become so familiar, so accustomed, so well known. So they have this fight, they end up winning. It was a nice way to be like, they weren't gonna flesh this out. The next thing, he was gonna basically give up the shield, but he was at the fight. So it's nice that the good heroes finally took the shield back. John Walker, honestly, there are things that are making you not like him, but I understand where like the mindset is. It's not like I sympathize with him, but I realize that he was given a task. He was trying to have people on his side. So I understand why he's pissed off, but he also has made things. I was like, you shouldn't be doing these kind of things. So that guy is very interesting of a character. But then after all that, he goes back to the States, gets, under the core law, he can't be, Cap anymore. He can kind of show, which leads on to the mid credits, what he'll be doing, of like what kind of character he's kind of gonna become now. So it's fascinating to know that stuff. Sam and Bucky are just realizing more of what this shield means. Sam visits the actor, Kurt Lumley. He visits Isaiah and talks more about how the worlds are. And yes, not everybody sees the world the same, but as long as you understand it, you realize that that's basically real life kind of talk of what people go through, any situations. And this really wrapped up more now how episode 2 is with episode 5. I like how now it's been more back quieter. I feel like it's earned its rightful episode spot because of the last few episodes with this episode. But I don't think it was so a full on soul burn. It's not like a soul burn is a bad thing. You do it right. It's a really good thing for any kind of project. It was nice how we got that the beginning fight, and then it just kind of started wrapping up. You can tell that, okay, this series is ending, so let's have our sort of climactic battle. Let's have our final kind of more conflict resolutions with our main actors, and the storylines have wrapped up. So you can feel like that. It kind of felt for a second, I'm like, man, are we really getting one more episode? This feels like this is finally the ending of the episodes. But no, you can tell there's still one more thing. And then, Power Broker with Sharon, maybe that's who it is. And then we got, that person from the the Dreyfus actress, coming in to try to talk to John Walker. There, that's something's about. I don't know if that's its own series or that's part of this series. We'll see if that, like, what that leads to. And it's been more about now Sam and Bucky. It's nice to see their chemistry being within Sam's universe of how he's trying to help his family. Quieter moments, even Bucky, trying to pick up with Sam's sis. That was funny with Sam's sis and trying to do one liners. Was like, that's the Bucky that we originally know. But it's nice to see, like I said, Bucky, kind of adapt now to this universe, try to make amends. Him and Sam having this good talk about trying to make everybody feel, try to be sorry with everybody, not just within yourself, which there are lines within lines of how that makes sense, and I like it. And Sam shows that this was his title character when we met him, so it's nice to see that kind of ability play off again now with this current state of his mind of how Sam works. And just good job to see these guys, just guys that were like sort of secondary to Cap, now be the main protagonists of these series. So even if I sometimes side I like one character more than the other, both characters are best within each other. And then with after that, you get more of now you get Falcon training. He's like, I want to be Captain America. It's like he's taking it, very seriously now. And I'm curious to know, because of if Bucky's gonna come back, they kind of said their goodbyes. I think he has to come back for one more episode, so a call is gonna have to be made. A call where he's gonna need his help one more time at the very least. But here they finally realize more of understanding each other. They said like they're coworkers, whatever. They're coworkers, they're friends. They're friends at least. And then he gives Sam and now I'd like to assume is a new Falcon outfit or something, but we'll see. That's the big revelation for the next episode. But with this episode, keeps you teasing. And now Falcon looks like he's with the way he's kind of been prepping now, training. He's gonna probably take the mantle now and become the full on Falcon Captain America. I don't know, whatever the title is, he'll be the Falcon Captain America now. So it's beautiful just to see him take a nice title and even give him more fleshed out of like if you didn't believe him before, maybe you believe him now. I've always liked the character, especially because of Anthony Mackie, but when he was taking the reins of Cap, I was like, makes sense, at least with the two candidates of who could have been the next character. But now giving him more of how he deals with certain situations with those flag smashers, with whatever, those flag smashers, they are who they are. We'll see how they are well executed. I was more interested with Zemo. Zemo has played his arc now, so we'll see if Zemo will be brought back. But now with Sam finally having more of these episodes and more days for him to reflect and just be who he is and how he proves certain things, I like to believe that I'm like, okay, he's earned the right that he can be Cap. And I am still liking this. More of these pace issues I had are starting to be paid off more with this episode showing now. One more episode I can't wait to see. I don't think it's as flawless of a series, but this series, how Marvel's treating it, is coming a long way. Like, it's coming a long way, and I like to admire that. Good job in that department. Good job to make this kind of project from this company, and I'm having a good time. Like I said, I'm glad that Falcon and Winter Soldier is working of characters. I'm like, if I need to be believing whoever I need to root for, I'm glad it's making sense. I'm glad I'm rooting for them. It is entertaining for me. But like I always say, these are my thoughts and opinions. Let me know if the series doesn't work for you. State your reasons why. Or if the series is working for you, how is it leading up now? What do you guys prefer in if you rank this with the Marvel movies, or if it's the Disney Plus series, just as, all that in that sense. Have a good time with these characters. I'm glad it's a good entertaining, just almost like a flick. I'm having a great time with these characters, and just I like how this series is shaping up in a sense and all that. So all this in the comments below, and as always, Roland Empire, laugh, smile, repeat.